shocking irregularities caught on camera.
We are operating at first.
एक्सपायर्ड है सर
नहीं,
देखा है सर हमने
कौन सा देखा? देख लीजिए, बाहर ही रखा हुआ है ना।
नहीं सर
अंदर भी, अगर बाहर भी रखा हुआ है
जो सीरियो में रखा हुआ है 2003 का सर फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर है।
Fire lapses, a disaster waiting to happen.
ये एनओसी जैसे नहीं है आपके पास, आप कह रहे हो एग्जाम्पल।
No norms for Delhi horror hospitals. Top focus on India First.
Heartbreaking reports of lives lost in a blaze, both at a baby care center in Delhi and at a gaming center in Rajkot. 7 lives lost in Delhi, 32 lives lost in Rajkot. Could these lives have been saved? Delhi, for example, there are glaring lapses that have come to light. An invalid license, for example, no emergency exit, more beds than sanctioned strength, unqualified doctors and staff at the nursing care center. The question is anyone answerable for these lives lost? Atul Garg is the director of Delhi Fire Service, and he joins us hopefully with some of the answers and the latest in the investigations. I'm Gaurav Sawant. As always, let's get started with the headlines on India First. Gujarat government transfers top cop after several lives lost at the Rajkot gaming zone blaze. 3 accused in police custody. Gujarat High Court holds up the Rajkot civic body, calls it a man-made disaster. Pune killer crash probe unravels. 3 hospital staff arrested for swapping the juvenile's blood samples to hide alcohol levels in blood. Criminal conspiracy charge slapped against the juvenile's father. Big India Today impact. JDS accused MP of rape accused JDS MP Prajwal Revanna to return and join probe by the 31st of May. Calls rape allegations against him a political conspiracy. Jammu and Kashmir records its highest ever voter turnout in 35 years at 58.46%. Poll body says assembly polls will be held soon. Seven lives were lost in a devastating fire at a baby care center in East Delhi's Vivek, Vihar area. Glaring lapses have come to light after 7 newborn babies were charred to death. But are these lapses restricted only to one such childcare hospital or a nursing home in Delhi? India Today's Shreya Chatterjee reports the national capital is a virtual tinderbox. There are multiple such healthcare centers where the very basics of fire safety are not being adhered to. They're not being followed. The norms are not being adhered to at all. We bring you this India Today special investigation.
A shameful tragedy which claimed the lives of 7 infants. Their blood on the administration's hands for apathy and negligence. No fire NOC, no emergency exits, and no fire extinguisher. Exposing glaring lapses in the safety protocols listed for medical infra in Delhi. To check the measures in place, India Today visited nearby hospitals and nursing homes in a 2-kilometer radius from the baby care newborn hospital in Vivek, Vihar. Reality check 1. Singh Nursing Home. A double-storied structure with 10-bed facility, as confirmed by the receptionist.
या फिर ओवरऑल
ओवरऑल 10 बेड्स हैं।
आपका नर्सिंग होम का सिर्फ एक ग्राउंड और अपर फ्लोर में है या फिर पूरा बिल्डिंग में? 3 floors.
As per the fire safety standards already in place, any medical facility above 9 meters in height is required to make extensive arrangements for fire safety. With several objects blocking the exit and fire extinguishers more than 20 years old, it's a disaster waiting to happen.
एनओसी है सर
सारी
फायर एनओसी
नहीं, फायर एनओसी नहीं है हमारे पास,
क्यों सर
क्योंकि हम लोग सेकंड फ्लोर तक नहीं वो कर रहे हैं।
सर फायर एनओसी के हिसाब से जो एग्जाम्पशन है वो 9 मीटर
राइट, तो
हाँ।
सेकंड फ्लोर दैट स्टार्ट्स विद सेकंड फ्लोर, तो वी आर
फायर
ऑपरेटिंग एट
एक्सटिंग्विशर्स भी
फर्स्ट।
एक्सपायर्ड है सर
नहीं,
देखा है सर हमने
कौन सा देखा? देख लीजिए, जो बाहर ही रखा हुआ है ना।
नहीं सर
नहीं,
उसके
अंदर भी, अगर बाहर भी रखा हुआ
जो
है
सीरियो में रखा हुआ है 2003 का सर फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर है।
Reality check 2. Lokpriya Nursing Home. A 7-bed facility with no fire NOC, no water sprinklers, and no fire alarms. And patient beds set up in a converted balcony.
बाहर की तरफ ये जो फ्लोर,
बेटा वो तो बैठने के लिए ऐसे ही
नहीं ऊपर ऊपर
हाँ फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे वो तो ऐसे ही डेटा डील से कब कुछ हो गई।
The owner's excuse for negligence? An NOC is not mandatory for their structural specifications.
ये एनओसी जैसे नहीं है आपके पास, आप कह रहे हो एग्जेम्प्टेड है, समझ गई, लेकिन आपने अपनी तरफ से क्या किया है? फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर 4 फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर्स 6 फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर
और कितने बेड्स हैं आपके यहाँ?
6 है
ऊपर फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे।
The Gupta Multi-Specialty Hospital in Vivek, Vihar, just 500 meters away from Baby Care Center, where the blaze broke out, has been adhering to rules despite not acquiring a fire NOC.
You can, without NOC certificate, can you operate your building, sir? This
Yes.
is a,
तो ये एग्जिस्टिंग में है, आप कह रहे हो कि विदाउट एनओसी आल्सो यू कैन गेट अ रजिस्ट्रेशन।
देखो उसमें सब जुडिस करके है, दे रिलैक्स एंड ऑल दैट वो ठीक है। अल्टीमेटली कमेटी बनी हुई है, कमेटी के जो भी है इसके ऑल द गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स आर पार्ट ऑफ दैट कमेटी, ठीक है। हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट, फायर, उसके द डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स आर देयर।
Will the lives of innocents have to turn into lessons for authorities to enforce norms?
In Delhi, there are 1,000 plus hospitals, most of them operating out of residential areas, but only 196 hospitals have a fire NOC. Most of the people we spoke with suggested that most hospitals do not seek NOCs because some of them do not require it as per the ambit that exempts hospitals within the 9-meter height to seek an NOC. With Nitin Jain and video journalist Krishan Kumar, this is Shreya Chatterjee for India Today.
The loss of 7 newborn babies in a devastating fire in East Delhi's hospital at Vivek Vihar is truly heartbreaking. Could these lives have been saved? Are more lives at risk at different hospitals out of 1,000 if only a handful have fire safety clearances? Joining me now for more is Atul Garg, Director of Delhi Fire Service. Sir, many thanks for speaking to us at India Today. Mr. Garg, could these 7 lives have been saved at this hospital? Were there lapses on the part of the management or the administration of the nursing home?
I think yes, because when we received the fire call, the caller informed us there is a blast
Okay.
and fire is very big. We rushed 7 fire tender and again we rushed 7 more fire tender. When my team reached there, the main staircase, that was the only staircase that was blocked because of cylinder blast. Cylinder were very near to the staircase and we could not enter the building for quite some time. And the rescue operation was carried out by, going to the other's roof, then going to the other roof, then we have to go inside the building through the window and breaking the door, then we have to carry out the rescue operation. Yes, if there is an alternate staircase, yes, we would have saved lot many lives. Number one. Number two, very unfortunate incident is this. Nobody was there to guide us. All doctor or nurse ran away and we were found ourselves. We were not aware how many children were there, how many children were there. We were worried about the, safety of my men also because cylinder were blasting and the splinter were found even a 50 meter ago. 50 meter far from that side. In the nearby building got, destroyed because of this cylinder. So we were worried about, but there was nobody to guide us how many cylinders were there, how many children were there. I can still remember because I was monitoring myself this fire. At
Yes.
1:30, I called my staff. Once they have rescued 12 newborn baby, I asked how many is there. Kindly found out, ask somebody who must be there. But they told me, sir, nobody is there. And we have to search whole building twice a day because this was the newborn baby, very, very
Yeah.
small, 3 kg or 4 kg almost. So we have to take 2 times the search operation to make sure there is no one left. So yes,
Shameful. Doctors
if
and nurses ran away from here.
yeah,
Now,
nobody was there.
the question is, how was such a nursing home functioning in Delhi without licenses? Sir, who's supposed to ensure that norms are followed? Who failed? Mr. Garg.
Sir, I would like to inform you one thing. Just in my head, Delhi Fire Service Act, hospital having height less than 9 meters not required NOC. Or I think this owner was knew about this act and he was taking the advantage of this act because the building was ground plus one and he was running this nursing home. On the grab of that, he is having a height less than 9 meters. But there was a second floor where there was a generator, there were room, there were some other things. And people are saying the fire started from the second floor. So we have requested MTD to measure the height and let us know so that we can take action. If the height is less than 9 meters, fire department hands are tied up to take action because it is not covered in the my act. But I will like to inform you one thing. Taking NOC is a different issue. Providing fire equipment is a different issue.
Yes.
Even if you don't require a fire NOC, you have to provide basic fire safety arrangement as per National Building Code. And that was missing in this building. There was no fire extinguisher, the staircase was blocked, there was no compartment, there was no ventilation. So, yes, there was a violation in this building.
So, invalid license, no emergency exit, no firefighting equipment, more beds than sanctioned, unqualified staff that ran away. Sir, will anybody pay for this? Or is there no value for the 7 lives lost in your appreciation?
See, definitely, we are not going to sit like this. We are going to take action. We will speak to the government. And those buildings who are not required NOC by law from the fire department must adhere to some basic fire safety arrangement. We will prepare the guideline and will request the government to circulate it. I would like to inform one more thing here with that in every case, the licensing authority who allow to operate them is responsible for providing a safety arrangement for the citizens of country. So in this case, basically the health department must have referred it or must have insured it, even though they don't require fire NOC. There are basic fire safety arrangements should be available there, which I think is missing. It seems that the officers of health service may also not be aware of it, that even though fire NOC is not required, even though they have to provide fire safety. So it is a gap. Basically, it is a gap. And we have to look into it, that we have to fill this gap.
Because as India Today's Shreya Chatterjee reports, there are multiple such nursing homes operating across the city, and it would appear that these are all disasters waiting to happen. So you are saying here on India Today, you're giving us an assurance that this gap that exists, something will be done to fill this gap, that legally they may not be required to provide firefighting equipment if they are sub 9 meters, but there will be fresh guidelines that will be issued. Do I understand you clearly, sir?
Yes, sir. What I'm saying is that the building, those buildings who are not required NOC from department, still they should have some basic fire safety arrangement. So we'll prepare a guideline, we will request to the government, and we'll prepare a guideline, we'll circulate it that all nursing home owners who don't require fire NOC from department, even though they should provide some basic fire requirements like fire extinguisher, clear the staircase. They should not block the fire staircase. In this case, the cylinder was just near to the staircase, and they blasted in the whole staircase blocked. So we could not enter it. So basic, at least everyone should provide a basic requirement as per national code, whether they required NBC. Whether they required.
Okay. And sir, prima facie, do we have an idea of what caused this blaze? Was it the heat? Was it short circuit? Were there those oxygen cylinders kept in the basement or the staircase?
No, base cylinder was blasted because of heat.
Because of
But
heat.
I don't think the cylinder started the fire. Fire started somewhere else, and because of that heat, cylinder got blasted. Fire became, very big fire. And as the whole building was in fire, we are not able to, pinpoint what causes the fire. Now, committee has been already formed, and we are doing investigation. We'll come to know what causes the fire. Why this fire is occurred. But right now, I cannot say, by surety that what causes the fire.
As far as norms not being followed, in June 1997, as a city reporter, as a young reporter, I was covering that Upahar fire tragedy in Delhi. That was 1997. So there were more seats than sanctioned at Upahar. Emergency exit was blocked. Cinema hall staff was ill-prepared to handle the situation. Sir, more than 25 years later, it appears it's the same situation in Delhi, different scale, different size, but no lessons learnt. How do you drill into the minds of people in Delhi that emergency exit has to be there, doors cannot be blocked, additional beds or chairs cannot be there? Why aren't these norms followed? Why isn't this enforced, sir?
Yes, you are very right, because still there is a violation, even though such a, very, very harsh rule, still there is a violation. And I think, this is my personal opinion, unless we educate the people, be aware the people, I think this will keep on happening unless we do awareness program, public, teach the people, it is required for your safety. And see, I may be a little bit blunt, people laugh on me, I always say this, unless the public start asking it.
Yes.
When you are going to hospital, do you have NOC? When you are going to a restaurant, are you asking where is NOC? When you are booking a banquet hall, why don't you ask? Except all other things you are asking AC, how is the AC, how is the other food is. You must ask also this. See, how you will put pressure. Public should also start pressure.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm responsible. I will do whatever required in the law. 100% I will do it. But
fair enough.
I need the cooperation of public.
You make a fair point. Education is important, so is enforcement and punitive action against those who are responsible. Mr. Garg, for joining me here on this India First special. Many thanks. Let's hope lives can be saved in future. I need to slip into a quick break here, but don't go anywhere. On the other side, we bring you an exclusive conversation with Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath ahead of the 7th and the final phase of polling and Purvanchal, the significance of Purvanchal. That story and lots more coming up. Stay with us.
Introducing Motorola Edge 50 Fusion. Own the spotlight. An unparalleled election coverage with the team that wins every election. From unmatched on-ground reporting to real-time poll updates. Stay tuned to the Maximum channel for the maximum coverage.
Platinum Partner. Signature Finest Silver Elaichi, a premium product from Dilbag. Mankind Pharma, serving life. Intelligence meets art with the all-new Motorola Edge 50 Pro. Higher heavy-duty air conditioners. Gold Partner, Dulux Paints. Silver Partner, Supreme Total Piping Solution.
सुप्रीम के 9000 से भी ज्यादा प्लम्बिंग एंड ड्रेनेज प्रोडक्ट्स और वाटर टैंक्स बने हैं क्वालिटी रॉ मटेरियल्स एंड इनोवेटिव डिजाइन से। सुप्रीम टोटल पाइपिंग सॉल्यूशन, जीवन भर का साथ।